Many people would have thought that they would have scored too highly in. Well, third place with that first round 59.28. Well, she was the only one to have a valid throw in the final.
The Brits actually to extend their lead.
It's distinctly possible with the advantage that Britain has at the moment, though they could end up the first day quite surprisingly in the lead. You'd expect Baker to pick up a few points and the relay teams to pick up points as well. Although British relay teams' history at major championships isn't always a particularly starred one. They've actually dropped the baton on many, many occasions.
And I think that's something that is rightly pointed out. We've got to remember that you can't rely on anything in that relay. We've got 3 laps to go in that men's 5,000 metre race. He's the German just there on his shoulder. Golub of Britain behind him. So those are the 3. Can the Italian fight back? But no, they seem to have dropped him. It's Spain from Germany and Great Britain, and the Brit is coming through on the last year in Portland, and then was very delighted when they took the European Indoor Championship. Poland's Anna Jagaciak-Mikalska was a finalist in the Olympic Games last year. Possibly one of the favorites.
17. Now Baker, 2:17. Had one failure at this height. Oh, crashes through that. That's not the form expected from Baker, who's come here as the Britain number 2 behind Robbie Grabarts. Grabarts just very slightly injured at the moment, had a slight problem at the diamond. Papachristou. And he's out, clatters it, brings the bar down. Disappointment for Amels. So he's out of the competition. This is Kristin Gierisch from Germany. A couple of modest jumps so far in this competition. Let's see if we can see a big one towards 14 metres. Yes. Oh, perhaps not. She just lay back. Did look as though it was going to be a decent jump. ...2016 World Indoor silver medalist when she had a fantastic competition.
1982 you mentioned there earlier, just earlier in the year in California at a meet.
Well, of course, under certain circumstances, right, Christian Taylor has also swapped events. I mean, he was doubling up in the long jump as well a couple of seasons ago.
Chin up, he says. There we go.
Chin up. I'm not sure whether that's metaphorically or literally.
Both. And as you can see there on the infield, it says javelin throw.
So this is his first attempt at 2 metres 26. And only one failure so far in this competition, so has a little bit of a margin for error. That's his second, though. Onin's, I don't know, what do you think, Michelle? Onin, he never really shows very much emotion at all. I mean, I know this is, shall we say, a rather tired old stereotype, but he genuinely, with the special rules for the vertical jumps of only 4 failures.
It's interesting how the older athletes are doing well here. He's 34 years of age. We've got Onan.
So second round now for the women's triple jump. Papachristou for Greece. And that is a big jump. That is a very big jump. But does it get a red? I'll just try and update you on what happened there with Papachristou. We didn't see it on the screen, but I can tell you from our own commentator information, that was 14:24. Falls back. So we're switching back now to the high jump. Kobielska. If he clears it.
The event I've just mentioned earlier, the men's javelin throw, and as you can see right at the top of the list, the reigning Olympic champion Thomas Roller. He's thrown an absolute... The next athlete in the field got personal best of 77. Very tall Dutchman there. Thomas van Oppem. And here is someone who could potentially be a threat to the German, Jakub Vatlec. Won the diamond race a while ago. Representing Greece, Ioannis Kyriasis. Based in America, goes to college there. The French contingent represented by Jeremy Nicolas. And completing the lineup, the Belarusian athlete, Pavel Mialeshka. One of the few athletes to have thrown 80 meters.
Aikionin, third and final attempt at 2 meters 26. Effort by her own standards. Nice front-on shot, unfortunately. The best from the first round of 13.62. This is the first of 2 heats in the women's 100 metres, 4x100 metres. Got 5 nations in this particular race, 6 to come in the second heat. Belarus, Ukraine, Italy. Schipper's not competing in any of the individual events here. She's got a very busy schedule, but supporting her country by being part of the relay team. That's Jamili Samuel. Lead-off runner on a number of Dutch relay teams. Smiling figure of the, well, 42.50 by Ukraine, which was run in Cheboksary 2 years ago. That's the European Team Championships record. Just wondering whether the Dutch or Ukraine could actually challenge that. It's a bit breezy here, still swirling winds. Nevertheless, both Ukraine and the Dutch have 2 very fine quartets out on the track at the moment. It's Ukraine, but coming through very strongly the Italians as well. So at the moment it's Ukraine followed by Italy, followed by the Dutch. That's Elzaveta Brezhina, not Alicia Pove. It was Pove on the first leg. That's Audrey Allo, who got second place there. So we see a recap of the race.
Let's look at that second exchange once it's coming up, because here everything's still looking very much in order. Dutch looking good on the outside lane with Schippers. But it looks... Did Schippers change her hands? What did she do there?
I'm not sure. I was also watching the Ukraine second changeover, and that was far from slick either. That probably cost them the championship record. Well, perhaps not, but certainly cost them a couple of tenths. So the changeover between Stoy and Chakur was pretty ropey as well.
I mean, this is one of the reasons why it's good for the relays to send a full-strength team here, because, as we mentioned, anything can happen in the relays. The more practice they get, the better, but they don't get these national relay opportunities that often. So to work things out at this kind of level is still better than for it to happen in a World Championships. But still, the European champions there, the Netherlands, very disappointing.
And Italy, well, let's give credit where it's due. Well, Brigina looks as though she's shouting to herself halfway down the home straight.
Whatever works.
Well, she had enough of an advantage on this occasion. Pelotero at best is a 14-7.
How this progresses. 80-51. So really just 6 centimetres behind the leader. And this man is an interesting one as well. Ioannis Kriazis, who lives in...
Not a particularly impressive jump there from the Italian. Second in the European Under-23 Championship. That's there or thereabouts compared to her first round jump.
Has been jumping with those gloves recently, catching up with the Greek, but Ukraine on the outside, oh, going really strong, but that looked like a very close for the Ukrainian.
That won't be an improvement though, possibly not even over 14 metres, but she still holds the lead.
And there we have Thomas Roller with his second round attempt. He's been moved into second, but normally he's quite good at answering when somebody else produces a far distance. So let's see what he can produce here. Just shy of that 85-metre mark, and you can see it from his face. He's not very happy with it. Doesn't like not leading. Says it's okay, looking at his coach. Guessing it's in the 84s, which means the Greek athlete, Ioannis Kriazis, still leading with that 85.27 he produced in the first round. Let's just wait for confirmation for this throw. 84.01, so just over there. It's almost 10 metres shy of his best in Doha, but moves him in, or leaves him in second. Spaniard. Bang on the 70-metre mark there. Let's see what it actually is measured as. Has thrown a personal best of 77.66, and he's only 19 years of age, so he will certainly again be one to watch, potentially in Grosseto for the European Under-20 Championships. Looking there for the result. 69.85. So a huge improvement from that first round throw for him, but not that far. There we go. Ukraine disqualified. And do you know what? I believe that was that second exchange where the runner on the third leg looked like he might have run off a bit too fast, and actually, so the victory now goes to the Dutch over the Italians, which is another big blow for the Ukrainian team, in fact. After the disqualification in the women's 100 metres yesterday for Pop, now another disqualification.
Still in the women's triple jump, we've got Lucy Mazhkova. Just seen herself pushed out of second place, so she's not second at the moment. So Asani Zouf jumped 14 metres exactly to take over second place. And then the cause then her phases 27.5 centimetres though. Just think what that could have been if she could have hit the board square. Well, 14-13. If she'd have hit the board square.
.70.82 for the Brit. It's an improvement on his first round attempt. Dutch, Thomas van Oven.
Well, had a first round best of 13.73. Once again, I don't think. So, Kristin Gierisch. We've hopped Janine Asani Izouf. I can tell you that she did actually foul. This is a recording from just a few minutes ago, but the French woman did foul and so didn't improve on her third place. So we saw Gierisch get 14-13.